Caught in a lie. Last Saturday, I followed my husband because I was tired of his weekend disappearing acts. He always had an excuse: golf, poker night, some new errand, but the way he'd leave freshly shaved and dressed like he was going to meet someone made my stomach twist. I tailed him across town, heart pounding, barely believing what I was doing. He parked outside a glitzy hotel, the kind with gold letters and a velvet rope, and walked in with a confidence I barely recognized. I sat in my car, second-guessing everything, until I saw him again through the glass doors, laughing with a camera crew, arm around a woman in a red dress, looking straight into the lens like he had nothing to hide. I went inside, half expecting him to spot me and come running with some wild explanation, but he was too busy charming everyone in the room. There was a banner: single and searching, reality dating auditions. I watched him introduce himself as single, joke about how hard it was to find love, then flirt so convincingly with the casting director I nearly forgot to breathe. My hands shook as I filmed him, proof of this alternate life he was living just miles from our home. I thought about the fights we'd had, how he'd accused me of being paranoid, of not trusting him, and wondered how long he'd been rehearsing these lines. When he finally saw me standing there, his face went white, like he'd seen a ghost. The woman in the red dress noticed, too, and tried to ask if I was lost, but I pushed past and demanded an explanation. He stammered something about a joke, a dare, and then begged me not to make a scene. The crew watched, hungry for drama, and for a second I felt like the cameras would turn on me, make me the villain in his story. I stormed out before I could cry in front of strangers, but not before he ran after me, promising it wasn't what it looked like, swearing he just wanted to feel wanted again, that something in him missed the rush of being pursued. The truth was, I already knew what he was searching for. It wasn't another woman, it was the person he used to be, the man who felt alive and desirable, who chased excitement instead of routine. I stood on the curb, watching him beg and lodge, and realized I'd been clinging to a version of us that didn't exist anymore. The real betrayal wasn't just the audition or the flirting, it was the secret wish to escape, the silent agreement to pretend everything was fine. The cameras weren't the only ones capturing a performance, we both were, every day, just waiting for someone to call cut.